Planting 8 large containers for full sun and new shrubs for 2026. What do you do when nature throws a curveball at your perfectly laid gardening plans? Just last night, temperatures dropped to a frosty 36 degrees Fahrenheit, completely unexpected for May. And with tender basil, tomatoes, peppers, and dozens of annuals already in the ground, I'll be honest, I braced myself for disaster. But miraculously, everything survived. No covers, no protection, just resilience. That moment made me pause and appreciate the unpredictability of gardening and the joy of seeing your plants stand strong against the odds. This morning, I'm standing beside the high tunnels, right in front of 4 large concrete containers that we recently repurposed. Yesterday, we potted them up using 2 of the 2026 National Planting Recipes of the Year, and they turned out stunning. Today, we're tackling 3 more pots that will match for a uniform look, and one that'll be a wild card, something unique and unexpected. The drip system is already in place, and we're adding aquapots inserts to make watering more efficient. Honestly, after yesterday's marathon, planting pumpkins, setting up containers, I told Aaron I was completely wiped out. But the excitement of today's selections is what keeps me going. Now, let's talk about the plants. We have some show-stopping options, like the new Kufia, totally tempted vivid violet, which I think would make an incredible centerpiece. Imagine it surrounded by the upcoming Super Bowl's magic double grapefruit. Those pink tones are so dreamy together. And then there's the Super Tunia Mini Vista Pink Cloud, delicate with chartreuse throats that almost glow in the sunlight. Just visualizing all these hues together gives me goosebumps. But we're not stopping there. There's also the Safari Dawn Bracteantha, the cool-toned Super Tunia Vista Cool Jazz, and the dazzling Superbina Pink Cashmere. Even a hint of tropical flair with Saffron French Lantana. I'm toying with combinations that will pop, bring joy, and feel fresh. My plan is to fill the pots with soil, place the plants on top, and play with the layout until it just clicks. Once planted, we'll use straps and the tractor to lift them to their final homes, elevated on bricks to prevent drainage issues we've learned about the hard way. Fast forward a few hours, 4 containers are now planted, placed, and practically glowing in their new spots. They still need to be tapped into the drip and leveled, so if they look a bit off, don't worry, we'll get to that. Let's take a walk and see them, along with the ones we finished last night. There's something magical about seeing a newly planted container in a space that's been waiting for beauty to return. One pot now rests where chamomile mysteriously thinned out. It's like it was meant to be there, filling the gap with color and life. The lantana and super tunias just shine against the wildflowers. Next, near the front entrance, we have a container filled with the 2026 Saffron Sunrise recipe, featuring Saffron Finch Super Tunia, Safari Dusk Bracteantha, and Tropical Sunrise Super Bowls. It's a sunrise in a pot, warm, cheerful, and full of promise. The blooms are still settling in, but you can already tell it's going to be a showstopper. Nestled next to hardy irises and echinacea, this area is transforming from a catch-all into a thoughtfully curated garden space. Now let's head to the raspberry rows, where 3 more containers sit proudly. These spots are usually barren in winter, so I'm already dreaming about swapping in evergreens later this year, maybe even adding twinkling lights for holiday charm. One concern was how the pots would affect the flow of the space. In my mind, the pathway would feel cramped. But standing here now, it's better than expected. With a little adjustment, maybe moving the rhubarb and redirecting the path slightly, we'll enhance the area without sacrificing functionality. But you know what's funny? As much as we plan and obsess over every little placement in the garden, lying awake, imagining walkways and container layouts, the real magic happens when things come together organically. As I look around, I'm reminded why we put in this work. These little pockets of beauty, chamomile brushing your knees as you pass, vibrant containers catching the light just right, are what make the garden feel alive. Even the way the sunlight falls on that totally tempted kufia, highlighting its vivid violet tones, creates a spark of joy you just can't plan for. What started as a routine planting day has grown into a series of joyful surprises. Weather that didn't break us, new plant varieties that sparked creativity, and a landscape that keeps evolving in the most satisfying ways. And just when I thought I'd head out to plant more annuals this afternoon, 6 pallets of shrubs arrived. Hydrangeas and more await the grand unboxing. So, stay tuned, because this garden story is far from over, and trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next.